Samsung Galaxy Alpha is bringing the entirely new design of Samsung smartphone family to this year. For more, check our review. Galaxy Alpha has the entirely new design that wasn't seen before on Samsung devices. That means that the edges of the device are metal or aluminium. You don't get that plastic feeling while holding a Galaxy device in your hand. Some might say that the back side is still plastic. This is not plastic, this is rubberized, and it feels very good while holding it in hand. You get a little bit of grip under your thumbs. And it's incredible how thin and light this device is. Actually, I haven't got used to how thin and light it is. It takes some time, because when you hold a bigger device, it makes you feel like it's worthy of its size and weight. It would be funny if I would say that it would be better if it was a little bit bulkier. I think I haven't got used to on how light and thin it is. When I hold this device in my hand, the feeling is still metal, it isn't plastic. Although beneath the cover, you'll see it's just another plastic Samsung Galaxy. You can change the battery, but you don't get a port for micro SD card, so you cannot extend the memory. Ergonomically, it has a physical key below the screen and two virtual keys, which I love. I don't like when manufacturers like Sony, HTC and others put keys as a part of the screen. They're divided from the screen here. Besides from that, the key for unlock is right at the place where your fingers are, no matter if you hold it in your left or right hand. Of course, the volume keys are on ideal place as well. And not only they're on ideal place, but they're very precise for touch. This is actually a mid-range device, not a high-end device, although it looks like high-end. It comes after Galaxy S5 Mini and it's a competitor to Sony Xperia Z3 Compact. It has very thin profile of the screen, which actually makes it look smaller. This device is mid-range, but the feeling in hands and the looks, it feels like premium, it feels like high-end. This design is something that you'll be seeing furthermore with Galaxy devices. I guess S6 will look like this, will have the same metal frame, and Galaxy Note 4 has the same metal frame. If you charge up the battery to full in the morning, it will last up to the end of the day. It cannot last for the next morning, so it's only 1 day battery, and the Xperia Z3 Compact has a much better battery, so if you want a better battery, you should choose the Z3 Compact or a bigger device. The screen is 720p HD resolution, so it's not a full HD screen. That means 320 pixels per inch, but you cannot see the pixels on this display. Some reviewers on YouTube I saw, they said this is not a display that you get on Galaxy S5, and it's true, it's not the same display. It looks a little bit washed out compared to the Galaxy S5 display, but still this is a very good display for average users. I don't think that they will see the difference. Color reproduction and everything, contrast, if you ask me, they look very good, and I wouldn't say this is a disadvantage. I don't care that it doesn't have a full HD resolution. We decided to take it outside on direct sunlight to see how its display works when you're walking around. So right now the display is on automatic and maximum brightness. So if you put it next to the Galaxy S5, you'll see that Galaxy S5 has a bit richer colors, but it could be the pixel density. Now they're both on maximum brightness, but still this Galaxy Alpha has an awesome display. It's covered with high quality glass, so you get a great feeling while touching it. What I dislike is that on the keyboard you don't get number keys on top like on Galaxy S5 or Note 4. You have to click another click to go to the number keys, and you get the point, you don't get the comma on the first screen. These are slight disadvantages, but keys are divided enough, so actually while using this device I wasn't missing some keys, so the keyboard is pretty good, but it could have been a bit better with number keys on top. For me, Android with the TouchWiz Samsung update is the best upgrade on Android that you will find. I love this upper dashboard, these fast icons. You have a lot of extra options to adjust it as you want to, and multitasking looks and works pretty fine. I think this looks very appealing. All the widgets, themes and everything, they're very easy to use. So I prefer Samsung Galaxy TouchWiz. I know a lot of you prefer stock Android. And of course, on the Google Play Store, you'll find a bunch of applications, more than 1 million. This is a huge plus, of course, with every Android device. Speaker is placed on the bottom of the device. So sometimes when I hold the device, I would block the speaker, and it gives a pretty solid sound. Playing games on this device is really enjoyable. The chipset is pretty strong, and the frame rate and everything, so you get a huge Antutu benchmark score. Although this is a mid-range device with Exynos Octa chipset and 2 GB of RAM, I would say that this goes to the high end, not to the mid-range. The device doesn't have a side key shutter for camera. The camera application turns on after just a second, and the interface looks pretty nice. It's very clean and simple. You can easily switch from front to back camera. The back camera has 12 megapixels and a small LED flash. During daytime, in great light conditions, the back camera is pretty awesome. This is comparable to the compact cameras in a range of $200 or maybe even $250. Colors are very vibrant, they look extremely good, and on details you won't notice noise. It's good not only for family usage, it's good for traveling. If you go into the lower light conditions in dark, in the city with city lights during night, you'll get pretty good photo, but the question is, do you have the stabilization on or off? I don't like the stabilization on because picture processing takes too long for me. I turn off the stabilization, but then you get a little bit lower quality during night in a city or in low light conditions. I invite you to check all the camera and video samples on our review up there on the link or on the links that I just put on the video. And if you want to shoot selfies, it's pretty good quality for selfies. If you're using it outside during daytime or in good light conditions, you'll be pretty satisfied with what you get. But if you go into low light conditions, or if you're in a city with city lights during night, pictures with front camera for selfies really won't be usable. Details are ruined, there is too much noise. So I've seen better, this is 2.4 aperture, but I've seen better front cameras, especially on iPhone 5S. Again, I invite you to check all the video samples and camera samples on the link on this video. If you ask me what device would I buy, if it's Android, I'd definitely take the Galaxy Alpha. It's extremely beautiful. The only thing that I don't like would be the battery. Regarding design and aesthetics, it's a bit more beautiful than Z3 Compact. But you know, it's all very close, and those are two great devices today on the market. I invite you to check my video review of Sony Z3 Compact right here. Check S5 Mini right here, which is actually the previous version of this phone. Up there you can check the review and the grades I gave to this device on Gadget Compare. And that will be all for me. Thanks for watching, and I invite you to subscribe for more of our videos.